So now I'm going to drill a couple of holes, 3 holes. I'm going with a very minimalist. I was wishing that there was some way to magically get the output from the base to amplifier, whatever, get the electrical output out without needing to put anything on, because I really liked how it looked just with nothing, no knobs, no nothing. So along those lines, I decided to go with 1 volume. We're going to do the 2 outputs, and it's going to be stereo, so each pickup can go to a separate amp, separate output, as well as one of them being the 2 summed. So it'll be, I can either plug into, like my other bass, I can either plug 2 mono chords in and have 2 mono outputs, each pickup separate, or plug into one of them and have both going out to a mono. So that's the deal. And 1 volume, you'd say, well, what am I going to do there? I'm using a Fender dual thingy. So that's the deal. So I can run 1 to this, 1 to the top one to the bottom one, and have them stay separate and still control the volume. I can't obviously control the volume independently, but I find that I never do that. I just either turn it up or down or all the way off, and that's it. So this should work fine. But drilling the holes. So I taped everything down and then played the bass for a little bit to make sure that, like, say, the volume was where I would want it and things like that, and the output where I want it and all of that. So I'm simply going to mark the positions. I'm not going to mark the screw holes for the 2 output jacks, because once I have the holes drilled and everything, I'm gonna kind of fine-tune exactly where they are, because the holes, obviously, since this is a plate, the hole does not need to be like a super fine perfect fit for the output jack, and also neither does the volume. I like them to be close though, because the volume has the knob that's going to cover, so there's going to be a little bit of wiggle room so that I can really line everything up just perfectly, and then drill the pilot holes and stuff. So really that's all I'm going to do, is I'm going to mark the 2 output and the volume, drill the holes, and then I'll be back. You know what? You don't even need to. I'll be back for the next video where I already have them plugged in. So there we are. I had to come back and talk about this. So what happened was, these were easy. I actually did these last, but just drilled like a big, huge, whatever. I don't know. I had a step drill bit thing, and I just checked, like measured, just sort of held it up, and I'm like, yeah, that'll work. So just drilled this, like, I don't know, 3/4 inch holes in here or something. Well, you can probably kind of see it in there. Just big holes, fine. And then, like I said, I sort of angled them and tried to get them, there's a little bit of wiggle room, tried to get them to work. This was a mess because I drilled a small pilot hole and then drilled a larger hole. Somebody's taking a shower upstairs. Then drilled a larger hole to put the potentiometer in, and the wood is too thick. It was like a 1/16 of an inch too thick. So I had like these like sanding things. This one here that's like totally trashed. I'm trying to gnaw the stuff out. I'm trying to pry little bits of wood out. Yeah, you can't really see. Maybe you can. Trying to gnaw little chunks of wood out. I don't know if... No, you can't. I ended up with this drill bit thing that my grandfather had. He had like a little wood shop in his basement. He was a pretty handy guy, and he had all this thing of drill bits, and I don't even know what they are. It's this round thing with little like teeth on it, kind of, and I'm just totally the wrong thing. I'm with the hand drill going trying to shallow out like a little divot. Finally able to get it in, barely, but whew. So let this be a lesson to all of you guys. The correct tools really make things much easier. So try to use the correct tools. Don't be like me. But anyway, so that's that. So now all I have to do is solder it up and see if it works. So stay tuned. Subscribe, do all that stuff, so that you don't miss any of this fun.